It is June 1st, 2023, and I'm starting a brand new chapter of my life. It's been a heck of a road to get to this point. May 16th, 2022, I lost my livelihood. I had to cease my livelihood due to health conditions. Toughest time of my life. I went through the toughest. I've been through some stuff, and I went through the toughest times of my life. This time last year, June, I was laying on the couch 16 hours a day. Wouldn't move, didn't take showers, 16 hours a day. I'm a guy that took 2 showers a day, a lot. I took 2 showers a day. I went from that, not taking showers, sitting on the couch 16 hours a day, and just laying in the bed for 8 hours. Couldn't sleep, didn't want to do nothing. I was in the deepest depression of my life. I've never experienced depression. I didn't understand. I couldn't understand why people could be depressed. I didn't understand it. I do now, believe me. I lived deep depression for 4 months. May, it didn't really start hitting me probably till around June. So June, July, and August. September, the dust began settling. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no clue what was going to happen. I lived in a big house. I had started a business, which was a family business. My great-grandpa, I was fourth generation in my trade. I was fourth generation. All my forefathers, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my father, they all had their own business, and they passed that down to me, and I created my business in 2009. And I grew it, to where I was making good money. I was making $2,000 a day with me and one guy, and then my wife in the background doing her thing, And we grew a wonderful company, serving many people in my community, and I was loved, and all that came to a halt May 16th, 2022, and it's all I knew. It's all I knew was how to provide for my family and go to work. That's all I knew. And when all that came down, and it was tough. It was the toughest thing I ever been through. And I'm a very strong and spiritual. I'm a very strong, emotionally understanding, spiritually person. Very knowledgeable in many subjects. I've walked many different types of shoes. I may not have walked in your personal shoes and may not have experienced exactly what you've been through, but I guarantee you I have walked very close into your shoes. And I'm sure there's a ton of shoes that I haven't walked in and don't know nothing about. But I think I can touch a few people. I think there's a few people out there I can touch and help in several different ways. I think if a person would grow mind, body, and soul and try to improve yourself 1% a day, compounded interest, kind of like other things, compounded interest over time, 1% a day is all you need to improve yourself. And I compounded my 1%. I began working myself, a long time ago. And my business is really what helped me grow, where I learned to speak with people and talk to people. Communication, I didn't have good communication skills before business. I was just head down grinding, And now I've learned to communicate with folks through business. And I have an understanding of people, especially when it comes to their money. Let me tell you, when it comes to folks' money, folks is something. But good people, good good people, good energy. Just, there's a lot of bad energy out there too, which we'll talk about on this channel a whole lot, along with compound interest. Because like I say, I know I have some knowledge, and I would like to educate. This is going to be educate slash journaling. This is kind of my journal where I can look back on my life and, 10, 15 years from now, see what I was thinking in this moment, how I was feeling inside. How I was feeling. I can look back and see how I've grown over time. I have another YouTube channel. It didn't grow much, but I probably have 200-300 videos. I really don't remember how many videos it was. And I didn't have a lot of subscribers, but I touched people, people came up to me where I was known, and so they, whatever they said. And I did touch a few people, and that's all that mattered to me. I was having a good time. And I can look back now and remember what my thoughts, my thought processes, my emotions, my feelings, what I was struggling with. That time period, it's just a form for me to look back and judge myself to see how much I've progressed. And that's kind of what this channel is going to do. But I think I can help a few people. I would consider myself a black belt in emotional control and understanding and thought processes of what you're thinking in certain emotions. But this depression, let me get back to, I'm rambling, and that's another thing that I really need to work on is I want to explain so much, and it can't be all in one video. It's going to have to be over time. So let me get back to my depression. So I was living in depression. Worst time of my life. June is probably about when it really hit me. June, July, August, September. The dust started settling. Doctors was trying to put me on depression medicine, and I refused depression medicine. I just don't take medicine. I do not take medication. I don't take medication. I do take blood pressure medicine, so it is a necessity. Is depression medicine a necessity? I'm not a doctor. It wasn't a necessity for me. I refused the depression medicine because I wanted to feel every thought, every emotion, every ounce of it. And I absorbed it all, and I just ended up being able to release that stuff. I don't know how to explain to you how to do that other than through spiritual growth, emotional understanding. I can't just tell you how to do it. You have to be strong inside, and I was super physical strong. I was bench pressing 320 pounds. I would go to work 16 hours a day. I was working 16 hours a day. I would go to work 6 to 8 hours a day. I would come home. I would work out. I would read books. I read tons of books to expand my knowledge on certain subjects. And that's with all that 1% gain every day, learning 1%, improving myself 1% every day. It compounded interest over time to where I could pull myself out of that depression without medicine. And that's what I want to help everybody with. I want you to learn to experience life for what it is. It's such a beautiful thing. We got to learn to we have to learn to control our mind. Our mind is a tool. Our mind is a tool, and a lot of people's minds control their lives. Because they don't know how to shut it off. And once you learn that you're in control of your mind instead of your mind in control of you, life is so much better. And I think I can help you with that. at least point you toward the right direction. Because I'm still working on mine too. I'm not perfect. By no means am I perfect, but I think I can help you as a stepping stone. I think I can be a stepping stone for you to get to that next level. And that's what this channel is going to be about. For me too. This channel is not just for you. This channel is for me as well, where I can look back later in life. Like I said, this is just kind of my journal, my story, and I want to help you. So, back to my depression. I'm going to work on that. I got things to work on too. As a human, I need to stay focused on what I'm trying to express to you. So September, October rolls around. We start getting a game plan. Things start coming together. I sell off my business. I don't sell the name because I worked hard for my reviews. I had the best reviews. I was better than a brand name company. We're talking a top company that is nationwide. I was ahead of them. And, there has to be some kind of bots where they get reviews, because I'm going to tell you, once they realized what I was doing, they upped their game. And they went from, way behind my reviews up, anyway, there's got to be some kind of funny stuff there, not true reviews. Mine were 100%. I take that back. They weren't quite 100%. But a guy did help me get about 12 reviews, because I had a customer lie and give me a bad review. And I was telling this guy that, he's the one that got me into the review thing. He drove a Lamborghini, and he's like, Ron, you need to get on Google because everything's going to Google. So he drove a gosh damn Lamborghini. Why I ain't gonna listen? You know what I mean? So I began Google, and I told him about these people. I was like, man, these people are lying on me and doing this, and gave me a bad review. And he's like, anyway, he gave me the lowdown and said, he gave me about 12 reviews that you could just, some kind of bot review, I don't know, but all of them but 12 reviews were legit. And I grew that business to where I was making very good money. I was making better than a living, better than a good living. I was blowing and going. But after all the dust settled and I sold my business, other than my business name, I sold off all my equipment and everything. I had been I had been purchasing a bunch of gold and silver, storing all that. And now I'll never buy gold. Anyway, there's so much to tell. I just can't do it all. I sold off all my assets. Everything I had purchased, sold off all my assets. Big house, everything. And I ended up purchasing a house. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I sold everything I had. I'm living very minimal now. And I'm happier as I was when I was working. Actually, I'm kind of happier. There's so much. I'm more joyful. My dad always told me you need to slow down to go fast. Sometimes, but he was talking in other terms. He was a race car driver, and sometimes you need to slow down to go fast. That's what he told me, and that hit home for me in a different way. Because I was running so hard. I was working 8 hours a day, 8 hours a day, coming home working out. Bench pressing 320 pounds, trying to get to that level. A lot of failures. There's got to be a lot of failures in life. Kind of like weightlifting. There was a lot of failures to get to 320 pounds. There was a lot of failures, and failures are great. This failure. I'm going to work on my rambling. I'm going to learn to stay focused on the subject that we're talking about. Again, this is a growing process for me as well. So let's fast forward to today. This is a brand new chapter of my life after the worst year of my life last year. Worst part of my entire life thus far was last year, 2022. Worst ever. We're starting a brand new chapter, and I want to offer y'all a service that I think I can provide to help you as a stepping stone to get to the next level. Spiritually, emotionally, maybe financially, because I have some financial education, wisdom, understanding of certain things that we will get into later in life. Later this year, as a matter of fact. I still have some steps I need to take before I can show what I can do. There's still some steps I need to take before all this can happen. You know, my house is paid for, my car's paid for. You know, I do have a little bit of financial education that I've studied for many years. But anyway, we're rambling again, damn it, stop. So just introducing myself, kind of tell you my story, and we're gonna go from here. I think I can help you spiritually. I can educate you financially as a stepping stone, because I'm not the smartest, but I do follow a very lot of smart people, you know. Sometimes you gotta pick out the weeds to find the good stuff, you know, to find the good grass underneath all the weeds. You gotta cut all the crap out and find the good people. And I think I found me a team of good people that I follow that teach me what I need to learn over the years, and very, very intelligent people. That's just hard to find out here in the real world. That's what's so good about this gosh damn YouTube. You can get an education for free. I did, basically, for free. I mean, it did cost me trying to learn physically and out in the real world. It did cost me. It's cost me a lot, but it's been a good time. Look, anyway, I'm gonna cut this video because we're starting to ramble, and I want to. I got so much to share. I got so much inside of me that wants to express out and come out to you and just teach you and show you. And if I can't teach you, maybe you're smarter than me, because I'm just old uneducated redneck. I don't even have a high school diploma. An uneducated redneck that's caught his education out here in the real world. But I've paid for that education. Believe that. I paid the hard way. And maybe college is the hard way, but we're rambling again. June 1st, brand new chapter. Brand new. Brand new. Ron Jones is happy again. Thanks, guys. We'll be seeing you. If I can touch you in any way, the only thing I ask, if I can touch you in any way, if I touch your life in any way, just give me a thumbs up for this algorithm stuff, because that way I can reach out to more people and touch more people, because times we're going through right now, there's some tough times out there. You know, there's a lot going on in this world right now that has everybody confused, brain running. I'm going to help you learn to slow that brain down. I'm going to get you to another level. I guarantee I can help get you to another level. Guarantee you, can help you slow that brain down. Learn to be the owner of that brain instead of that brain owning you. You know, I can help you. I feel like I can help you. And if I can touch you in any way, if I touch you in any way in any of these videos, just like the video for the algorithm. You know, I don't know much about all that stuff, but hit the like button for the algorithm, boys, girls, ladies. Thank you. Y'all be safe out there. And I send you all the peace and joy and happiness. I send in you peace, joy, and happiness. And understanding. Peace, joy, happiness, and understanding. That's what I'm offering. Thank y'all. Peace out.